Hey Brick Maniacs, it's Lando here, and today we have Cody joining us to show off the all-new Firebase Bundle.
That's right.
Yeah,
Firebase Bundle.
Let's get to it.
So this went up as pre-order as a Firebase Bundle, as you're probably all already aware. Those sold out pretty quickly. So now up for individual sale, we have the truck and the long tom, except the truck might be sold out, the G532 truck. There might still be some long toms available, not sure, but they sold really well, so they will probably come back at some point in the future. But I guess we can both go over them simultaneously. However, they are now separate kits. So the G532 truck is a prime mover, and I think it's a 7.5 ton truck, 6x6 truck, and it's big. I was having a hard time judging the scale of it because I was thinking, oh, it looks like a CCKW,
right?
Which we've done in the past, and it basically is just on steroids.
Right.
It's just a lot bigger. The wheels are bigger, the whole frame, everything. I think in the cab, in real life, you can see five human beings.
Not minifigures. Minifigures are a little wider than that.
They're a little wider than that. So you can carry troops. You can carry the entire fire team that you'd need for the long tom in the bed of the truck. We do include 2 pieces of canvas in this vehicle. And we're sort of doing 1945 this year, kind of doing everything, all time of the war, 40 and 45. But this is probably more playing into the 1945 era.
Yep.
And so we have some updated uniforms, different colors. I'll have Landon go over in a little bit. But so you can hook up the long tom to the back end of the truck. There is a simulated steering, posable steering. Stays right where it needs to, and there's sort of a fake suspension in the back, kind of like how we do with our tanks. It's actually almost identical. They're tied together on a simulated drivetrain that I made underneath. There was just so much space to work with these taller tires, and we're kind of going ham with these taller tires now. We started using them on the Hetz truck, and I just kind of started using them even more. It's the perfect size tire, double wide, works for...
It's in good availability. And
yeah, they're decently available now, and so it's nice to be able to have that tire that we've been wanting for so long, that's tall enough and wide enough to either simulate dualies in the back, or it's narrow enough looking to still be a front wheel.
Yeah, I remember that historically being kind of a complaint about some of the tires is that they are just really squat compared to what they'd be in real life. So this is nice that we have more options to work with now.
So it helps. Going over the canvas a little bit, so there's a cab cover. Some versions I've seen have a mounted M2HB, like we had on the CCKW. I don't find that to be too frequent, but maybe it was. There's a winch out the front with string and a hook. We have a couple custom printed gas cans. That's coming from Dan's idea of updating our gas cans. They have the printed element on top, so it looks like a handle. So I just copied that from, I think it was one of the kits, the Beep.
Yes, that's right.
Going off of that. So we're all playing off each other's ideas around the office.
It is cool seeing an element pop up in following kits. So it's nice to see that continuity, I guess.
Yeah, it's fun to just kind of keep springboarding, keep things relative. There's a tailgate out the back, and there's inside a sort of winch, but it's a chain winch, like you'd see on a garage door, and that's to help hoist the tails or the trails of the long tom or a heavier trailer up onto the hitch.
There we go.
You can also load bombs into the back with that as well. So it's a big truck, 7.5 tons. I think it's over 30,000 pounds, the truck itself. So it's comparable to a tank in weight and what it can do. So very versatile truck, really cool, beefy looking. There's a lot of stickers involved. Some on the back you just saw. Stickers obviously. Stars on the sides.
A lot of stars on this one.
A lot of stuff on the bumper. Yeah.
As the war went on, more stars.
That's kind of how it goes. 1945, everything had stars pretty much everywhere on the vehicle.
There were 2 on the back of that one.
Yeah, 2 on the back of that one, 2 on the sides. And that's interchangeable, and that's why we make things stickers, is because you wouldn't always see them with stars. Depends on when they came onto the field. 44, they might have only had 2 stars on there.
Sure.
So Long Tom is a 155 millimeter howitzer, and it's big.
Yes,
That's a
massive.
big gun, and I think they even still use it today in some countries. Yeah,
There's some interesting techniques in there. I like how it folds down really nicely for transport.
It does.
That was one of my favorite.
Yeah, so there's a lot of wheels involved in this. The trails can be stuck together. There's spades on the back that just clip on there. So in the instructions, I keep knocking figures over.
It's all good.
In the instructions, you build it collapsed, and then how you see it in the videos, how everything should be open, but it should be pretty self-explanatory. If you've ever built a gun before, you kind of got to know what you're doing for how things work. There's a support here for the gun once it's in a towable position. And I don't always see this being used. Usually they just hook this up to the back of the truck as is without this little additional set of wheels. But that is an option. Just to help support the weight of the whole thing.
Spreads the weight out.
This rather than on your hitch. So you could probably tow it with a lighter vehicle. Not really sure. But this does traverse slightly. It does have some elevation built into it. And the gun can recoil.
So yeah, that's really clever how that slides in there.
So it wouldn't really recoil that far, but I imagine what they do is they decompress the spring or detach the compression springs from that,
Sure.
so they can lock it down in a towable position because it's such a long gun, Long Tom.
Yeah.
So usually travels in this position.
Right. And that's a nice compact profile for transportation, and
Right.
breaks down nicely. Very cool. Very cool.
Also in firing position, usually you see it with wheels, but you can also pull this axle out of the front. And
That's a
have the
really
wheel set
simple
separate.
disconnect. Wow.
So it works pretty well.
Yeah. Super simple. Nice.
It looks really cool with that, having the trails split as well, having the wheel set off next to it. So you can actually, it's a really playable set. You can have everything sort of set up in your own Firebase, pack it up and move it on. There's also a loadable breach that has a round sort of built inside of it.
Nice use of the drum barrels.
So yeah,
Or the barrels, yeah.
it works a little bit. The door doesn't hinge open, but that's more just due to the nature of how short the barrel
Sure.
is and how I built this warhead. So it's the ice cream cone, and then there's a 1x1 round on the back to illustrate the charge that you'd put.
Very
the
cool.
powder charge behind it. So if you want to talk about the figs.
Yes, you're the designated kit handler on the minifig Wrangler, I guess.
The fig
Starting over here with this guy, yeah, we have this late war uniform. And it's pretty simple. I believe the Long Tom, I believe it's the same two minifigures in the kits. Is that
Right.
correct? Yes.
Yep, that's correct.
And they are in that historically accurate, color matched, to olive drab color, and that's we're achieving that through color shifting. That's not just blasting a thick layer of olive ink on there. It's a very specific subtle color that we're working with the base color of the minifigure. So again, it's a dark gray base minifigure, and then we're shifting that a little bit towards the olive drab color, and I think it's one of the most accurate olive drabs that you can find anywhere. Turned out really, really well. And he's got a cool toothpick in his mouth, which that was your request.
Toothpick face.
Toothpick
I
face.
was like, well, we can't do cigarettes and cigars all the time. Toothpicks are a viable
Toothpicks.
option.
So he's kind of, you were like, make him look like he's like hauling a really cool gun or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, he's got that look to it. And then with this Firebase bundle, we released a, what are we calling him, tank mechanic?
I think so.
Yes, tank mechanic. And that's in the middle there. And that is, I believe, a Type 1 jumpsuit, one of the more common ones that was just used throughout the whole war. Really very versatile minifigure. Again, trying this for the first time here, color shifting that to that. It's a duller, kind of like sand green color, this appears to be one of the more accurately color matched jumpsuit that's available, that's ever really been produced. So we're really excited about how that one got made. And then obviously that really awesome in-house made Jeep cap, the wool knit cap that was used later in the war. Really iconic. Beautiful, beautiful modeling on that, and just how we made that in-house is really cool. I think that's available as a standalone as well. The hat, not the figure yet. We may be down the road. We're just trying to make everything, you know. So there's only enough time for a certain amount of things. So we'll try to get that hat as a standalone, and eventually that figure might get restocked. But right now, that's I think one of the rarest figures that we've made in like recent history. So it's cool that that was available in this Firebase bundle here. So yeah, that's all I got for figures.
Sweet. That's all I got for
That's
tips.
all you got for the Firebase. Right on. Again, yes, the Firebase bundle. Really a cool team effort on this one. Awesome models, awesome figures, awesome printing, awesome stickers, canvas, everything. For more information, go to brickmania.com. Thank you very much for watching.